What is going on, everybody? It is Nick, also known as Born Gamer, and welcome to Clash in the Clouds, Bioshock Infinite DLC number 1. Now, if you're like me, you've been waiting a very, very long time just to hear word of any DLC from Bioshock. And then, today we got a bit of news about not just this DLC, but all the other DLCs. Now, this is not a story-based DLC, so you guys are going to have to wait a couple of months more. It's not a specified date as to when those are coming out for the next, Booker and Elizabeth DLC, but you do play as Booker, and Elizabeth is still on your side ritting rails and throwing shit at your face every 5 seconds if that's your sort of thing. Now, I actually just got done playing the game again on hard, little pat on the back for me. It wasn't the easiest game, but, I'm a little bit of an FPS freak myself, so not the biggest of challenges. So this came right up my alley. This is more of a horde mode game than anything I've seen out of Bioshock. There was the multiplayer in Bioshock 2, wasn't the most popular, but some people found it fun. So this is going to be, this isn't multiplayer whatsoever. It's a solo horde mode kind of wave-based game. There's 15 waves. You have optional objectives that are called blue ribbons. Like I said, they're optional. They're not for everybody. They don't really do much except affect your score. There's no real big incentive other than a couple of collectibles at the end, but this is actually a very fun game that lets you test out your vigors. If you're like me and you finally figured out like what enemies are weak against what vigors, I pulled out the guidebook that I had lying around, and I figured that out, and all the combinations of stuff, and you finally get to use those ones you didn't really use in the campaign. Like for me, it was Undertow, and that's like a super, I'm almost gonna call it like an OP ability in this survival horde based thing. This map is Duke and Dimwit Theater. It's actually the second unlocked map. In the little left to right poster progression as they give you. There's one map that's unlocked to begin with, and it's a very cheap amount of money. It's like $250 in-game currency to unlock the other maps. Maybe up to like $1,000 for the fourth map, but that's not very important. It's not really hard to unlock the other 4 maps, but they all have their own unique variety. And something else that has to go with the variety of these maps is they're not always the same. Wave to wave, the maps will change. Sometimes you will be on top of the little airships. Sometimes you'll be, a building will switch places, and it kind of keeps the variety, at least at the very onset of this DLC coming out. I liked it. Right here, you guys are seeing the armory. In between each wave, you get to go to the armory. They give you infusions, which actually carry over through every single one, so I'm assuming that by the end of playing the DLC maps a couple of times, you're going to have a maxed out character, which is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. You can craft all your gear and all that stuff, and you can actually buy all the weapon upgrades you want. You can buy all the vigor upgrades, so it's really fun. The very first time I played, it felt a little bit underpowered, but that's because, the health bar was that, like, a little nub, especially because I just finished playing the game on hard. So, I had, like, a maxed out health bar, and my salts were all the way up to. And I actually, like you guys are going to see in this video here, I actually fall off the edge, and it doesn't have a penalty for falling off the edge unless a handyman hits you off the edge, maybe some other characters too. You just kind of pop right back up to where you are, so the death penalty is not really that severe. It says something about like losing leaderboard ranking. I know that about 99% of the population could give a shit about leaderboards, so this is actually just a fun game, let you test out your Bioshock skills. So if you guys have any interest in seeing me, myself, Born Gamer, play a full play of the maps, I have the footage, I have all that, just gotta edit it up. I'll make it look all pretty with a little bit of color correction. You guys can enjoy that. If you're not interested, maybe just leave a like on this video. Oh yeah, by the way, this is only a $5 DLC, so if you're skeptical about it, it's not a very big risk to go spend $5. Comes with the season pass, and the other 2 DLCs that will be coming out with the season pass are both $15 a piece. So if you plan on getting those 2, you may as well buy the Bioshock Infinite DLC season pass, and then this would almost be like a little freebie, something to tide you over until those other 2 come out, which look very, very interesting, but more on that in further videos, because I have a very, very fond love of Bioshock and everything that is this universe. And as parting words here, I'm going to show you guys a couple of the things that you're playing for. This DLC isn't just for kills. You also get to unlock some concept art, some new voxophones, some music and statues and all this fun stuff. It actually comes in this nice little museum format here. You got some NPCs walking around. The guy with the baseball, which I thought was kind of a little bit, not more of an Easter egg, but just kind of like, yeah, you remember what that baseball is about. Any the Bioshock spoilers not coming here. You guys can go play the game. It's fantastic. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, a rating, a favorite, and comment. I'll see you next time.